Hi everyone, and welcome to your mat today. My name is Jillian and I will be your yoga instructor for this yoga sequence. So hop into some comfy clothing, grab your mat and a bottle of water, and let's get ready to flow. Okay, so we're just going to begin today in a nice, easy, seated, comfortable position, whatever that looks like for you. Naturally, your body's going to want to sit in one direction with one leg in front of the other, but today option to switch them and just create some space and balance over time, a new sensation throughout our bodies. And we'll just begin here by tuning in, stacking the spine up nice and tall and closing the eyes. We can take our palms face down on our knees or our thighs, or face up, open to receive new energies. Up to you. We'll start to quiet the mind, connect with the breath. Inhale deeply through the nostrils. Exhale out through the mouth. Another one just like that. Inhale deeply. Send the breath all throughout the body. And exhale out through the mouth. We're going to tuck our chin to our chest. And then just see what that feels like in the back of the neck. Relax the shoulders down. Create lots of space. Starting to stretch into the back of the neck, we can let the head hang heavy. Inhale, lifting the crown of the head. Deep breath in here. Exhale, gush it out. We can take our right palm and root it down onto our sides, or maybe stay up on the fingertips, whatever's good for you. We're going to extend out long with that right arm as we tilt the crown of the head toward the left shoulder. So left ear to left shoulder, and then that palm can come, and we're just going to place it on the opposite side of our head. We can just let gravity do its work, start to create lots of space in the neck. Breathing into the side of that neck, we'll start to soften in the face, keeping that right arm out and extended. One more deep breath in. Exhale, release tension. We'll start to release that palm down. Crown will come back up. We'll take a breath in a neutral spine. Maybe we can roll the shoulders up toward the ears, back and down the back body. And we'll just prepare for the same thing on the opposite side, extending through that left palm, left fingertips, whatever's good for you. We'll tilt the right ear toward the right shoulder, and then left palm will come to just lay heavy on the left ear. We can release tension in the shoulders, make lots of space in between the right shoulder and the right ear. Release tension in the thighs. Close the eyes, tune inward, connect with your breath. Start to focus on that neck area. Send the breath toward the left side of the neck. Starting to create awareness at our throat chakra. And when you're ready, we'll exhale, release the palm, crown of the head will come back up, neutral spine. We'll take a breath in between, roll the shoulders up, back and down. And whenever you're ready, we're going to take that left leg, root it down as we swing the right leg back and around. We'll keep that leg bent. We'll place the knee just about the base or the sole of that left foot. We'll keep both feet flexed. We can plant our left palm behind us, and then we're just going to take that right arm, sweep forward, around and back. We're going to lift those hips up toward the sky, and then maybe that right arm reaches all the way further back. We can keep the feet flexed or pointed, whatever is good for you. We're just keeping those hips pointed up toward the sky. Engage the glute, open the chest, maybe let the head hang. We're going to exhale, come out the same way we came in, back and around as we lower those hips back down. And we're going to come back into that seated position by taking that right leg and just placing it back into our cross-legged position. Take a moment here as we prepare for the same thing on the opposite side. So we're going to take that left leg out and around by planting the right foot down, planting the right sit bone. Left knee will root down at the base of that right foot, the right sole of the foot. And then we're just going to plant that right palm behind us as we swoop, reach forward, back, and around. As we lift those hips up, plant through the shins, the tops of those feet. And breathe into that right side body. Let the heart open toward the sky. And let your head dangle if it feels good. Breathing deeply here. Pushing those hips up, engaging the glutes. And exhale, coming out the same way we came in, lowering those hips. That left arm will swing back and around. Beautiful. We're going to come back into that seated position. We'll take a breath in a neutral spine, just to come back to center. Maybe we inhale deeply through the nostrils. Hold for just a moment. Tuck the chin to the chest. Keep that energy in. Feel the stretch in the back of the neck. Exhale, lift the crown of the head. Release. Beautiful. From here, we're going to come into our cat and cows. So let's start by getting into a tabletop position onto our hands and our knees. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, nice flat back, straight neutral spine. We're going to start by inhale, dropping the belly, dropping the chest, gaze comes up. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, round the spine, broaden those shoulder blades by pushing the mat away, tuck the chin. Inhale, drop the belly, drop the chest, arch the spine, breathe in. Exhale, tucking that tailbone and starting to round the spine. Take about 2 more at your own pace, moving with your own breath. Start to warm the body up from the inside out. Massaging your internal organs and creating blood flow and oxygen to those intrinsic spinal muscles, those deep muscles attached to your spine. When you're ready, we'll all meet in a neutral spine, tabletop position with a flat back. And from here, I'm just going to walk my knees back so I have some space to walk my palms forward and come into our puppy pose. So we'll release the chest toward the mat, release the chin, gaze can remain forward. Palms remain activated and we'll roll those shoulders away from the ears. So externally rotating here, open through the chest, deep inhale. Exhale, release. Keeping that gaze nice and activated, becoming mindful of the chest opening, the heart melting, the shoulders rotating. And we'll keep nice and rooted in those shins and the tops of the feet. One more deep breath in. Exhale, release. And we can begin to release the pose by walking those fingertips up just a smidge. We're going to keep those palms planted, tuck in those toes, and we're all just going to come into a downward facing dog. So our arms are still extended out long. We'll find our alignment in our first down dog of the practice. Fingertips spread wide, rooted onto the mat. Head will dangle, gaze at the ankles, knees, shins. Hips shine up toward the sky as we root those heels down, so reaching in equal but opposite directions. Lengthen through the side bodies. Deep inhale. Exhale. From here, we'll wave the body forward, coming into a plank pose. So strengthening those inner thighs together, pushing the mat away. Nice broadened shoulder blades here. And whenever you're ready, we'll come into a side plank on the right side. So we can take that right palm to the center or the midline of our mat. We'll shimmy onto the outer edge of the right foot, stacking those feet on top of one another. Engaging the core here, we'll start to stack the shoulder over the elbow, over the wrist. Keeping a nice micro bend in that elbow, we'll open the chest, stack the shoulders, engage the core, hips lift up. From here we can take it into wild things, so we're going to cross over, taking the left toes out and around behind us. We'll swoop that left arm forward and backwards as we reach the chest, reach the hips up toward the sky. So full on wild thing, light in those left toes, opening through the chest, letting the head dangle. We'll come to release the same way we came in, lowering the hips, lowering the chest, swooping that left arm out and around. We can place it on the hip as that left foot stacks back. Open through the chest, deep breath in. Exhale, take that left palm back to the mat. We'll come back to our plank pose. Nice and strong here. Maybe we'll take an extended child's pose just for a moment. Release the knees, create some space in between, arms extended out long. Take a nice deep breath into the low back. Start to release tension. Take one more deep breath here. Nice and spacious in that low back. We'll move on to the opposite side, coming back into our plank pose. Lovely. And then we'll move on to the left side. So that left palm will come to the midline of the mat. We'll shimmy onto the outer edge of that left foot. Keeping the core engaged, hips up toward the sky. That right arm can come up. Engaging the left arm, keeping a nice micro bend in the elbow. And whenever you're ready, we can take those right toes behind us, gently place them down. We'll swoop the right arm forward and backwards as we push the hips up to the sky, open the chest. Nice, beautiful heart opener here. Wild thing. Engage those glutes. Let the head dangle. We'll come out the same way we came in, lowering the hips, lowering the chest. Coming back into that side plank. We'll put that hand on the hip, take a nice deep breath here, and we'll place that right palm back to the mat, coming back into our plank pose. Nice strong wrists here. Whenever you're ready, we'll shift the weight forward, release the knees to the mat. We'll release our chest, our chin toward the mat as well, keeping those hips in the sky. Elbows in, we'll slide forward, dropping the hips, dropping the tops of the feet, and opening through the chest by peeling it up toward the sky. Cobra pose, inhale. Exhale, release. We can come onto one cheek, lower the chest. We're going to come back into Cobra pose one more time whenever you're ready. Elbows remain in. Roll those shoulders up, back, and down the back body, and use those elbows to peel the chest off the mat and open in the heart center, open through the lungs. Light on the palms, engage the glutes. Tops of the feet root down. Breathing in. Exhale, release back toward the mat. We're going to take one more heart opener here. However, we can take a locust pose. So we can interlace the fingers behind our back. Keep the base of the palms glued together. Extend through the arms, nice and long. And we're going to use those arms to peel our chest up and off the back of the mat. So opening through the chest, breathing in deeply. Maybe those inner thighs hug in towards each other, engage the glutes. We can lift the legs if it feels good. Nice activated pose, 110% full body experience. Deep breaths. One more breath here. And exhale, release. We can come onto one cheek. Release the interlace in our fingers. And start to release tension here. Just take a nice deep breath. Feel the heartbeat. Feel the breath. Notice the mind. When you're ready, we can take those palms and we're going to push us back into that extended child's pose, just like before. So hips back to the heels, arms out long, lengthen through the low back. Take a breath here. Grounding those hips down toward the heels, down toward the earth. Nice and spacious in the low back. The chest will melt in between the legs. Start to become soft. One more breath here. Whenever you're ready, we'll walk those fingertips back up, coming into sort of a seated position. We can swing those legs out and around. And I'm going to scooch all the way forward and come onto my back. So from here we're going to come into our plow pose as we prepare for our shoulder stand. So coming into plow, we're going to root those shoulders down, root the base of the head down as well. And we're going to take those legs and kick them up and over as the hips follow. Toes can come to touch the earth above our heads if they reach. Otherwise, we can take our palms to our low back if they don't quite reach. So we're going to take one deep breath on our plow. And if our hands are not already there, we can take them to the hips or the low back, just above the sacral bone. And then we can kick it up to a shoulder stand. So keeping our eyes open, we'll start to take those legs up toward the sky, hug the inner thighs in towards one another. Activate here. Root to rise. We're going to root the base of the crown or the back of the neck down into the earth as we lift those toes and reach up toward the sky, lifting from the hips. Engage the core. Connect with your breath. Be careful, do not move your neck in either direction. Keep the gaze up straight. Aiming for a nice stacked body here. Ankles over knees, knees over hips. Breathing in to that throat chakra. One more deep breath here, lengthening upward. And exhale, we're going to come back into that plow pose the same way we came in. So the toes will fall toward the earth above our head. Rooting through the base of the neck, hips are up. And then we'll come back into our fish pose. So maybe our hands grip either edge of the mat as we slowly take those hips back to the earth, rolling it down nice and easy. Hips will base themselves on the earth as those legs will slowly come back down, engaging the core on the way there. We can take our palms and root them beneath our sit bones or our glutes with the palms face down. And we'll come into fish pose. Going to root down through my forearms, bend the elbows, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. As they start to lift, the chest and the crown of the head can come toward the mat. We can point through the toes. Maybe we just adjust here to help us open through that chest. Deep breath in. Exhale. Release tension. Gluing those inner thighs into one another. Start to soften through the face. Eventually, we can exhale, release the pose, coming out the same way we came in. Release the crown of the head, release those forearms, and then take those palms out from underneath the sit bones. Okay. From here, we can start to quiet the mind. We can take those legs out long and let the toes fall out wide. And we can have our arms extended long, palms face up, signaling our central nervous system that we're safe. Start to feel the body become heavy and start to melt into your mat. Remain here for about 5 to 10 minutes. Feel free to pause the video and continue your Savasana practice, keeping that mind still and that breath cycle natural. Thank you all for joining me in my class today. I hope you all enjoy this yoga sequence. Namaste. Thank you for joining me in my yoga class today. I hope you all feel as refreshed and as energized as I do, and I hope you all enjoyed this yoga sequence. If you did, please like and subscribe to my channel and share with your friends, and I hope to see you all soon. Enjoy the rest of your day. Namaste.